Hello ladies and gentlemen, Matt here and welcome to my fragrance obsession. I hope you're all doing very well. In today's review I have something a little bit different, something that I didn't actually think was going to be review worthy, but after, wearing this stuff like so much, I really do think that it is review worthy. Now the fragrance that I've got in review today is Calvin Klein's CK1 Summer 2014. Now, the reason why I'm reviewing this fragrance now, and I didn't exactly review it in 2014, is because I got this at the beginning of this year. I really like this fragrance, and I cannot wait to review it. So guys, stay tuned, and let's talk about the presentation. So in terms of the presentation, this is what we get. We get a pretty simplistic box. They all look the same, so I'm not really going to talk about too much in terms of that. But the box is pretty nice. We get CK1 Summer, and we get a new fragrance, Eau de Toilette, Calvin Klein, and then we get, the basic stuff. 3.4 fluid ounce, 100 ml. I really like the colors for this. Very exotic, very summery. Really like it. The bottle is probably the main highlight. It's a beautiful bottle design. We get these really nice colors. It's blue on the side, and then it fades around to like a greeny yellow. We get CK1 Summer, Calvin Klein underneath. Now you can use these fragrances in two ways. I know I mentioned this a lot, but just in case you guys are new to Calvin Klein's CK1 fragrances, let me just show you. Now you can use these as either as a splash or a sprayer. I don't really know anyone that uses them as splashes. I pretty much have always used them as sprayers. They are easier to apply, so that's what I would do. So guys, that is pretty much the presentation. Oh yeah, and we get a sticker on the bottom, 3.4 fluid ounce, 100 ml. Distribution, Cody Prestige, just pretty much all that stuff, guys, and that's pretty much it. So yeah, let's go ahead and talk about the smell. So guys, let's go ahead and talk about the smell for this fragrance. Now, I've always been a big fan of the CK1 flankers. I think they are great for what they do. A lot of people talk about, performance issues and stuff, yet people just need to realize that these fragrances are not meant to last 8 hours. They are Eau de Toilette, which is good, even though they should be a cologne concentration, because they do behave like colognes. But yeah, like they last for a good 4 to 5 hours. Sometimes some of the CK1 Summers tend to, not last as long as that. This one I get about 3 to 4 hours out of this. Sometimes 5, depending on how much I apply. But the thing is with this scent, it's the type of fragrance that you need to carry around with you or decant, just so you can keep on patching yourself up. That's the type of fragrance this is, so yeah. I mean, it's probably not my favourite CK1 flanker. My favourite one is probably the one that came out the year before this, the 2013 version. Love that version. It's only because it has watermelon in it. And watermelon is one of my favourite notes, so that's probably why. But this one is not bad. This one is a really good scent. In fact, the first time I showed this fragrance in any one of my videos was quite a recent one that I did, where I talked about fragrances that smell like one another. And this one has a lot of comparisons. This one compares to fragrances like Bond No. 9's Coney Island, Virgin Island Water by Creed. But the one that it's probably closest to is Set Sail St. Bart's by Tommy Bahama. But I don't really want to talk about this fragrance smelling like those fragrances too much, because this fragrance is different in its own right. So what we're going to do is, guys, we're going to talk about the notes, okay? So I'm going to spray this on my hand, then we'll go through the notes. Spray is pretty good, no different than, the other CK ones, so yeah. Now let's go ahead and talk about the notes. Now the notes for this fragrance, when you first spray this, you get the notes of grapefruit, lime, and honeydew melon. So this fragrance opens up very bright, very cheerful, very tropical, but just so exotic that it literally makes you want to spray more of it. It has that difference in the opening because of that honeydew melon note, and the honeydew melon gives this fragrance that bright, cheerful sort of feel. But it's a beautiful fragrance, guys. It just opens up very zesty, beautiful grapefruit and lime. Like, it's so, so good. But that honeydew melon just makes it. It just gives this fragrance that exotic, sort of bright, cheerful sort of vibe, which I love very, very much about this fragrance. But let's go ahead and talk about the middle notes. So after you have worn this fragrance for about an hour, you do get a lot of the middle notes. And the middle notes, you get tequila, white freesia, and cypress. So the tequila note doesn't really open up until about 45 minutes after wearing it, but the tequila note gives this fragrance just that lovely sort of boozy smell. In fact, it's the tequila that really gives it that party atmosphere, if you know what I mean. It gives it that impression of, hey, let's just, let's sit around a bar on the beach, have a couple of drinks, and just wait for the sunrise, That is the type of feeling that I get out of it as soon as the tequila comes in. It's so rich, boozy. It is a little bit on the strong side, but it's really, really nice for what it is. I don't really get a lot of white freesia, but I do get quite a bit of cypress. And the cypress is what gives this fragrance a nice sort of, what's the word? It's like a semi-spicy, soft floral smell. That's what it becomes into. So in the top, you do get a lot of those sweet, citrusy, that honeydew melon, very exotic, very, very summery smell. But then after a while, that tequila just gives this a nice boozy, chilled out, laid back sort of smell. And at this point, it really is incredibly beautiful. But let's go ahead and talk about the base. So the base notes for this fragrance, you're probably, like I said, you're going to get about 4 to 5 hours. So this is one of the stronger CK1 summer flankers. In the dry down, we get coconut, crushed sugar, and cedarwood. So the dry down is just absolutely beautiful for this fragrance. You just get this gorgeous milky coconut. It's a little bit creamy. You get a lovely sweet smell out of this, the sugar coming through, and the cedarwood just gives this a lovely soft woody base, which I think is needed, because I think if it didn't have that woody base, it would be quite a sickly fragrance. So for what it is, it's perfect. It's a gorgeous scent. So this one does have its differences to fragrances like, Set Sail St. Bart's. This one has that added honeydew melon. It also has that cypress, and it also has that coconut and the crushed sugar, which I think is a very unique blend. But for what it is, this is a beautiful fragrance. You can still find it, even though it is from 2014. It is classed as discontinued. It is a limited edition fragrance, but for what it is absolutely incredible, and I would highly, highly recommend that you guys go out and actually buy this. Usually I wouldn't recommend you guys go out and buy it. Usually I would say test, but considering the fact that this fragrance is rare and it is, not exactly easy to find in stores, it is quite easy to find online, however, I would just go out and gamble it. Seriously, it is so nice. But here's the thing. If you're looking for a very nice, exotic, tropical fragrance, which has its boozy qualities and sort of wood qualities to it as well, then I think you should go out and buy it. Like, I think if you're looking for that sort of scent, this is a great one to go for. It's just fantastic, literally. It is a great, great summer flanker to the original CK1 that came out in 1994. Seriously, it's a great fragrance, and I would highly recommend that you guys go out and check this out. It's fantastic. You might like it, you might not, but it is quite inexpensive. You can find this for fairly cheap. I think I only paid like £15 for this, so it's not too bad considering that, you're going to pay full price for them when they're brand new. So it's not too bad, but guys, I would highly recommend you check this one out. It's a really, really good one. I will be doing a review for the 2015 one in the next few days, so yeah, might as well, why not? So guys, thank you so much for watching this review. I really do hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you're all having a wonderful summer, and I hope you're all smelling absolutely fantastic. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Keep smelling good, and I will see you in the next episode. Cheers.